The following is a work of fiction. The intent is to promote and publicize a work of American fiction. Similarities to real people, places, or events are entirely coincidental.
Welcome to another reading of Henri Edson XIMENEZ. Today is chapter 41, and the title is Garnet, Red, and Bondo. And now, Chapter 41, Garnet, Red, and Bondo. There was still enough gas in the Bonneville, even after the long drive from Louisville, for Henry to hop in and chase the man down in the parking lot. Nope, too late. He did manage to see the burgundy Nissan truck. It had Maryland plates. I guess the man knew his cover was blown because he headed west, across the Mississippi River, to Arkansas. This was turning into the kind of security detail that Henry, the kind of excitement that Henry dreamed would be commonplace, envisioning his heroics, instead most often just trying to stay awake while staring at monitors all shift. Both vehicles crossed from Tennessee into Arkansas. The truck takes the first exit to a motel, completely oblivious to the trail. Henry followed, deftly shadowing his prey, but not too closely. At the motel counter, the man leaves the office carrying a blue American Tourister. He reports to room 04. Henry studied him. I don't get it. Did the Memphis mob call the ringer in from out of state? Why Maryland? The troubles at MLGW were resolvable. A few months unpaid leave and they would have him back. The Memphis mob was another thing. So Henry took a room under an alias. Across the lot, he is in 05. Spyglass under the curtains. No movement, it's getting dark. Then another vehicle pulls up. Well, I'll be. It's a 1972 Mercury Marquis. Yep. The Mercury Marquis Brougham edition. The Ford 460 Big Block. 222 horsepower. Garnet, Red, and Bondo. The pimp car of the mob. It pulls slowly across, crushing gravel. Parks in front of 06. Next to the truck. Well, the headlights go off, but the engine still idles. You cannot miss those headers, that glass pack exhaust growl. A few minutes pass, and the Mercury shuts off. Nobody moves. Apparently the driver is just going to kick it. Why rent a motel room when the back seat of the Brougham edition is more comfortable? He exits the driver's door and checks into the rear door and back seat for the night. The night turns into the following morning. At dawn, the man in room 04 awakens refreshed. A tired man in 05, eating motel Cheez-Its to stay mostly awake. A zonked out man in front of 06. Sprawled on the roomy back seat of the Mercury, Brougham edition. He waits to hear the Nissan ignition before arising. Tick, tick, ticking. Damn, homie cross-threaded a spark plug. It is now November 12, 1997, early a.m. The Nissan truck checks out of the motel first, unsuspectingly followed by a Pontiac Bonneville, and then the Mercury Marquis Brougham edition forms the caboose. The trio cross the bridge back into Tennessee, then hang a right turn onto Interstate 55 South. Then it begins. A long, relentless drive to New Orleans. The Nissan will make unwitting or unconcerned stops along the way, and also into and around New Orleans. Oblivious morning reflection, that's no joke to this guy. The Bonneville stays cued onto the lead driver, occasionally glancing into the rearview mirror, puts flashers on, double parks, idles if necessary. The Brougham edition is mostly just taking notes. With traffic getting trickier in the quarter, the Bonneville has trouble shadowing the truck. Double parks again with the flashers. At St. Louis Cemetery, number 1. The Nissan parks for the final time. HENRI EDSON XIMENEZ has had enough of this game. If the mob wants to make an example of me, so be it. He is a block away from the man from Maryland who is adjusting his camera. At the same time, the Memphis mob had also had enough. The Brougham edition punches all 200 of its horses, speeds on course for the Maryland man. Henry makes an instinctual decision, guided through years of training in security. He pushes the Maryland man out of the way. The Brougham edition disappears, belches thick black smoke, a hiccup of exhaust in its wake. Henry returns to the Pontiac. The man in the street is down, but he is not out. After a few minutes, he dusts himself off, gets up, grabs the camcorder and knapsack, continues into the cemetery like nothing happened. Henry face palms, removes his other hand from the Bonneville steering wheel, shrugs, clicks open the driver's door, and resumes his mission. He is well aware of the opportunity that the height of the cemetery walls created.